Good morning and welcome back to my channel, Beautifuls and Handsomes. I'm so glad that you decided to click on this video and join me on my day. Today I am going to be taking a ovulation test using the test strips and sharing the results with you. Me and my husband are currently trying to conceive our baby number 3. I hope to get pregnant with our third baby sometime in the very near future, hopefully this month. I cannot wait to see those 2 pink lines on a positive pregnancy test. Pregnancy is a beautiful miracle from God. Babies are life-changing and a huge responsibility, but I am so ready to take on another baby. This will be our rainbow baby. A rainbow baby is a baby born after a loss. Unfortunately, I have had 2 miscarriages so far in this trying to conceive journey, and I hope that is it. Before we get started, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. There also is a notification bar right beside the subscribe button that you will be notified every time I upload, and welcome aboard. I also have an Instagram and TikTok at morganfamily_YT where I share the very same content, which is motherhood, lifestyle, family, trying to conceive, pregnancy, baby, toddler, marriage, and just daily life. So I hope that you decide to subscribe and follow along on our journey. I am a mom of 2. I have a little 2-year-old over here somewhere. I also have a 5-year-old little boy, and he is currently in kindergarten. I had to wake up at 7 o'clock this morning, get him ready for school. I was going to cook him a super healthy breakfast this morning because I want to completely change the way we eat as a whole family. Letting them eat just sweets all the time and fast food is not good. I have full intention to cook my son a very healthy breakfast this morning. I was going to make him an egg sandwich with the whole grain bread, but when I went to get it out of the fridge, the eggs were old. Then I checked the bread because okay, I'll just make him like a weenie sandwich this morning. The bread was old, not by much, but for a couple of days, and so I didn't feel comfortable feeding it to him. I personally suffer with mom guilt, and if I don't do everything perfectly with my kids, I feel that tremendously, and so I do not want to give them food that's like even just a day old. Even though you can look at it and the bread doesn't have mold on it and it's perfectly fine to eat, I still will not give that to my kids. It would just tear me to pieces if they got food poisoning or something because of me. Instead, this morning, all I had to give him was a weenie. I boiled it on the stovetop and let him eat that with ketchup, and then I also got him some strawberries, and I decided to let him have whipped cream with the strawberries because he is a little bit of a picky eater, and so I figured adding that little bit of sweets with it, he would really like it. Well, here's his reaction to the strawberries. He did not like the strawberries whatsoever. All he had this morning was a weenie with ketchup. Obviously, this is not very healthy breakfast, so I want to step up and I want to research recipes for easy breakfast meals for kids that are picky, that are healthy. And then I will probably be sharing what I decide to make him and those recipes in the next video. If you want to see that, definitely subscribe to this channel. Once I got home from dropping my son off at school, my husband had to rush off to work, so it's just me and my daughter now. She decided that she wanted to try the strawberries for breakfast, so she had them, and here is her reaction of them. She had a totally different reaction than her brother. They tend to have different tastes and preferences. You would think because that they're brother and sister that they would have like all the same taste and have like similar personalities, but that's not true at all. They're totally different. Then I got ready for the day and I decided to record this video to share a try and conceive update with y'all. As I was saying in the very beginning of this video, me and my husband are currently trying to conceive our baby number 3. We have been trying now for almost 3 years, but not quite. It's been about 2.5 years. When you are trying to conceive, you definitely want to try a couple days before ovulation, on ovulation day, and even the day after ovulation. So tracking your ovulation is pretty important in trying to get pregnant. You can predict your ovulation in many different ways. You can track your ovulation with ovulation test strips, which is what I'm gonna be taking today and share the results with you to see where I'm kinda at in my cycle. However, there are other ways that you can determine ovulation. One way to predict ovulation is the calendar method, which is you will track your cycles for at least a couple months. Typically, you will ovulate around 12 to 16 days. However, this is not 100%. Each cycle it can be completely different, and you may ovulate several days differently, and this could affect whether you'll get pregnant. The calendar method is found to predict ovulation in only a third of cycles. Another way to predict ovulation is with ovulation pain. About 1 in 5 women will have pain with ovulation, but this pain can happen during or after ovulation, so that doesn't really help when you are trying to conceive because you are most fertile on your ovulation day. Another sign of ovulation is cervical mucus, and this is a secretion made by the glands in your cervix. It can be sticky or stretchy, white or cloudy. In days leading up to ovulation, it becomes clear and stretchy, often likened to egg white. By making notes of these changes in your cervical mucus, you can definitely predict ovulation and also get to know your cycle better. But one of my favorite ways to predict ovulation is obviously with taking an ovulation test. Ovulation tests detect the LH surge, which happens 24 to 36 hours before ovulation. Signs that you are about to ovulate are the LH surge, which you can test with the ovulation test strips. Why it's so important to use an ovulation test to predict when you're going to ovulate is that it detects LH surge, and the LH surge is definitely a sign that you're going to ovulate. The other ovulation signs and symptoms are a temperature rise, ovulation pain like I've already mentioned, changes in your saliva, and the cervical mucus changes like I already had mentioned. For me, I feel like it's really important to use ovulation test strips if that's what you want and you feel open to it. This cycle, I just really want to test ovulation, kind of get to know my cycle better, so let's go ahead and take an ovulation test right now. I am so incredibly sorry that I was not able to take an ovulation test yesterday or the next day. So this is 3 days later from the first part of this video. We just have been extremely busy, but I'm gonna go ahead and take an ovulation test now. I got a ton of these ovulation tests. This is Mom Med. Luckily, I also have these little cups that came with some of the pregnancy tests that I had bought on Amazon, I believe. I highly recommend going on Amazon and finding the ones that have these little cups. I'm not sure honestly which one it was. It might have been the Mom Med, it might have been the AccuMed. I'll figure that out and then I will link it down in the description of this video if you want to get pregnancy tests that come with these little cups. This is just a little ovulation test strip, and you can tell it's an ovulation test because on this side right here where it's pink, it says LH. The Mom Med pregnancy test strips say HCG on the side because HCG is the pregnancy hormone that they use to detect if you're pregnant. I am currently on cycle day 16. My last period was September 12th, I believe. This is really light. This result is really negative. The test line is extremely light. So I am going to assume, because I am on cycle day 16, that I likely have already ovulated this month. However, I will probably take more ovulation tests this month just to kind of see if they do get any darker. But I think I probably ovulated around cycle day 14 just because around that time I was having some cramping, which could potentially have been ovulation cramping. So we shall see. Today's shout out of the vlog is from Life of Emily, and she wrote, "Oh Heather, I am praying for you and your family. I am in the same boat, been trying for baby number 3 for a while, miscarried in December. I pray that you get your rainbow baby soon. You give me so much hope and positivity, love your videos." First of all, I want to tell you that I am so extremely sorry for your miscarriage that you had in December. The last miscarriage I had was in January, so they were very, very close at the same time. I really understand how upsetting that can be, and I am just so tremendously sorry. I hope so much that you are able to get your rainbow baby very soon. Thank you so much for your prayers for us. That really means a lot to me. I truly appreciate you watching my videos. Each and every one of you are so extremely special, and I hope that y'all know that. I really do. I hope that you know you are one of a kind and truly amazing. I love y'all so very much, and I will see you in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want to see more from us. You can also hit the notification bell to get notified every time I upload. I also have an Instagram and TikTok at morganfamily_YT. I would love for you to follow me there as well. I do share very similar content there, and I will see you in our next video. Bye.